Yeah, so Michael is playing ninjas.
Yeah. Pretty stock
Yeah,
with like frog.
so there are three Belfast Strix, Brazen Boar, yeah, Changeling Outcast. Yeah.
Yeah, only 3 outcasts. Okay.
Um, so we're seeing here. Hmm.
Close
So it
enough.
looks like Michael just attacked with a 4/4.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, wait. Who are we? Who are we? Who are we?
I'm Romario.
Hey, Romario. I'm Parker Southwick. We're doing some commentary on our top 8 at Buffalo Chicken Dip Legacy.
And that's the quarterfinal. We saw Michael aim a fatal push at the, I think it's a construct, right? I think the,
Looks like a construct to me.
and then I think Michael has a Tamio that's flipped.
Okay, so he's probably just going for like the Turbo Tamio line kind of thing. Or not Turbo Tamio, but like it's so awkward. And like if you look at this board state, it's just like you have to have like basically you have to like get this Retrofitter Foundry to do something, or if you're really looking for, I think he's like looking for an Ornithopter or something, so you can convert
Right.
it into the 4/4 here. But like it's just like this Tamio looks like it's already stressing the board pretty hard, based on what Michael's got going on the ninja side.
Right. The one thing to remember is that, so like even though Tamio, the plus makes it a creature like deal 1 less damage,
Yeah.
the ninjutsu ability doesn't require the creature to do damage. It only
Yeah.
has to be unblocked.
Oh, true.
So
Okay.
even though that was a Changeling Outcast won't do any damage
Yeah.
if it goes unblocked, which normally happens because
Yeah.
can't block it.
Yeah.
He Michael would be able to put a ninja in play.
And like another thing too, like if like he has the like ingenious infiltrator ninja, right? That thing only draws a card if you hit a player with it. If you hit the
Right.
Tamio for 1, that feels awful to just ninjutsu in. Basically, actually it'd be for 2 because it's not seeing the attack
All
trigger.
right, so it looks like so that's how Michael had. So he created a 4/4 by sacking Changing Outcast.
Yeah, you can do that.
And he was attacking Tamio, and it looks like Mike is trying to fatal push the other construct.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like you can just kind of burn your resources pretty willy like this. This is game 1, so like I'm kind of curious about like I've seen these Doomsday lists, like especially in game 1, and it feels like kind of like the plan is like either you're on the tempo plan or the Doomsday plan.
Right.
And so this doesn't really look like it's well set up for the Doomsday plan, unless he goes like wants to start minusing on like the brainstorm and whatnot to start getting into like a fast pile.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think Mike is about to. Oh, he's gonna hard cast force an Ornithopter,
Oh hell yeah, dude.
but I think he's about to just like ultimate Tamio, right? So like I think if you,
Yeah.
I guess if you force
How many counters is on there? I don't see.
8.
8? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
dude. He's just making sure that like just shit is in check
Right.
before he does anything.
Right. Yeah, there's also the thing, like, it looks like Michael, again, we caught the match, we're setting up the stream here, we caught from, like, no, turn 3 or 4.
Yeah.
It looks like Michael got stuck on 1 swamp, which is
Oh, that's heinous.
not ideal, right?
No, oh my god, that has to
Oh,
be
man, look at
awful.
this. They're fighting over an Ornithopter in Legacy in
And
2024.
Oh my god,
So we see a
fast-paced
force.
format.
So we see a force from Mike and Mike. I'm sorry, Mikey Mike.
Mikey
Michael
Mike.
Michael Reed forced by hard casting force will. Michael Grafton, discarded a card that I couldn't see, but no, they pitched a card for force.
Oh yeah, there's the
And-
Tamio Ultimate.
And Mike's counting his cards for some reason.
Because he wants to see how many cards are left in his library without having to thumb through them.
Wow, he's so smart.
Yeah, I ult Tamio once in a while.
Okay, so it looks like Mike just ult Tamio. Tamio's gonna go down to 1 counter.
Yeah.
But Mike's gonna have a healthy amount of cards in his hand, and also emblem that says that he never has this card again.
Infinite hand size.
Infinite
Yeah.
hand size.
And I don't know about you, Romario, but I feel like whenever a legacy deck draws half of its deck, it'll find a way to win,
Yes.
especially on it against an empty board from the creature deck.
So Mike's just gonna play like I guess all his O's. I don't know how many cards Michael Grafton has in hand, but
I have to imagine this is just like I win with Doomsday here, you know.
yeah.
Infinite cards in hand. I probably have all of my combo pieces.
So there you go. So there's a Doomsday on the stack. Mike will get to search what's left of his deck.
I almost
and-
wonder if you're just supposed to like play Frog and then say go, so then you don't reveal that the rest of your deck.
It's possible, but I think in this situation, you try to play in a way that I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna just win this game.
Okay.
Like, it's like top 8. Also,
Yeah, it doesn't like.
kind of long weekends.
Yeah, but just like whatever, man. I just like let's just get to the next game. I have a game under my belt. It's fine. We'll figure
Right.
it out. and then kind of like bank on Michael Grafton not knowing the spicy sideboard pivot that Michael Reed has in store for this.
Well, all the creatures, right?
Yeah, I actually wonder though, like, do you even bring in the creatures in this matchup?
I think you do. I'd have to no. Let me see what Mike's list looks like. I think he's got some of the bigger goyfs.
Yeah, he's got the Barrow So how many of them he's got? 3?
Does he have barrel goyfs in there?
Yeah, he's got 3 Barrow 4 Murktide Regents. He's got 2 pushes, 2 Consigned to Memory, a Force of Negation, a Lion's Eye Diamond, and 2 Thought Seizes.
Okay. Yeah, I think barrel goyf is very strong against the. Because it's definitely going to be bigger than the ninjas.
Yeah.
And his lifelink, which is relevant when
Very
you play.
relevant, yeah.
When you're playing against decks that have they're trying to deal damage to you.
Yeah.
Looks like Mikey just made a very simple pile here. Actually, he just put some cyclers in a ponder.
Yeah.
He's got 0 cards in the grid in his deck. He's just gonna cast a Thassa's Oracle. Okay, and looks like Michael Grafton picked up his cards, and yeah, I definitely think that again, we weren't here at the beginning of the game, but being stuck in one swamp when you're a deck that's mostly blue,
oh god, dude, that sucks. Honestly,
yeah,
not the best feeling in the world. Also, 2 Psychic Frog in the main, and then 1. So from the Doomsday deck, we have I thought it was sorry, only 2. We do have 4 frogs, 4 Tameo. It's basically Doom Shack at this point.
Doom Shack.
Yeah, Shrimp's Day.
That's Parker's Shrimp Shack propaganda office. From Michael Grafton's side, though,
yeah.
So he's got a Thought Season on the sideboard. I think I would bring that against. I guess you do. I don't know. Do you do?
Yeah, I think like.
Are you scared the Doomsday side of the game?
I guess you kind of have to question like are they going to be turbo or not? And I think like when you're on the play in this game too, it's kind of okay to just bring in the Thought Seizes and kind of get a feel for like if you find the turn 1 Thought Seizes, get a feel for like what they're doing. On the draw, if I was on the draw, I'd probably leave them at home.
Okay.
But
also he's got some cards that he can probably shave. Right, he doesn't need all the removal like the 2 Fatal Pushes and the 2 Murderous Cut and the Shooter's Edict.
I think it's just so contextual based on like how Michael Reed decides to board here. Because if it's like if it's the 3 Barrow and the 4 Murktides, you're just like kicking yourself for removing like all of your removal from the deck. And then there's already the 4 Tameos and there's the 4 Frogs. It's just like
I guess he did see the frogs, right? Because I don't know. Actually, when Mike resolved Doomsday, Michael Grafton could have picked up the Exile Zone and looked at it, but I don't think he did.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
So he might not. Well, he might not know about the frogs. Like.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. That could be a real thing here. Like not looking at the list, but hopefully, like
okay, so it looks like Michael Grafton. I think I saw the Murderous Cut coming out.
Interesting.
And that's where it's kind of hard for us to see what he's got bringing in.
Yeah. If you're Mike, you just like because you're up a game on this kind of strange build of Doomsday, right? Do you do the hard pivot and say like you're up a game so you can make them really question what their sideboarding decisions are?
I don't think you have to. One thing Mike's probably not gonna do is like bring the LED. So you can still have like the small Doomsday package because there's only like 5 cards really.
Yeah.
There's only 4 Doomsday and then 1 Thassa's Oracle.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the deck is like it's whatever. Like you can shave some like whatever to bring the 3 Barrel Boys.
Yeah. No, that's true.
I know because it takes so little space, right? Like for instance, like a card like Edge of Autumn or the 2 Street Wraiths. Those are cards that you can shave if you're not gonna try to. Because in reality, you only need 2 cyclers.
Yeah.
To win on the same turn with an LED. That's not what he's doing here, right?
Yeah.
So like,
I'd be interested in like cutting the Edge of Autumns and maybe like easy cuts on those. Maybe like if you need like the delve, you could like keep the like with 1 or both Street Wraiths kind of thing. It's just free delve in a way.
Yeah. One thing I also remember, like because I played Doomsday for a long time too. Yuriko, very very good against Doomsday.
Oh jeez, yeah, she just like domes your.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Pain.
So like Yuriko, like if the ninja's player brainstorms a Force of Will to the top of their deck and that connects, like the game might just be over right there. So
yeah, it's just 6 damage and like post Doomsday, you're probably like between like 3 and 4 life after that. Oh my god, ouch, dude.
So like a card maybe like Street Wraith might not be good because you might not have enough life total to actually even cycle.
That's a very good point.
So I'm kind of interested to see what both Michaels are going to do.
Yeah, it's kind of funny to just see like Underground Sea in both of these decks, but they're very very different decks.
Vastly different, yeah.
Yeah.
So the players that joined their hands, let's see, Force Will on. There's two Euricos. I know I played against Michael Grafton in round 5 of the event. So he's playing with that art of Euricos.
Okay. They're kind of cool.
They are very cool.
Yeah.
And we also see like I think the Guru Island that he's about to play.
Yeah, it looks like we got. All right, looks like we got 2 7s here, and we're off to the races. We got it. So the Retrofitter Foundry being a fine enabler here for the ninjas, but it's like, you always want the Ornithopter or the Changeling Outcast on turn 1. But this is a very fine card for if you're expecting a long game.
Oh, so Mike Reed looks like I think he's just gonna try to jam Frog on turn 1.
Oh, that's a Lotus Petal, huh?
Yeah, and and I saw Frog in his hands, and
yeah, I think like it's pretty free to jam Frog like this, especially when you're on the draw. Like you recoup the card from the draw step, right? That you blow on the Lotus Petal, and you get this really nice tempo going.
So it looks like Michael Grafton had a Force of Will for Frog.
Glaire's kind of getting me on what the pick
It's
was.
a Force and a Eureka.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Makes sense given you had that spare Eureka.
Mike really had a daze.
Dude.
Okay, well this is.
Oh, that's.
Is this Temple?
This is Tempo,
Is
baby.
this Temple?
This is Tempo. Oh my God, disaster. Disaster.
So Michael Grafton now is kind of a little bit behind, but he can still make creatures with the Foundry.
Yeah. Yeah, and like start making Michael Reed start having to eat the bin.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then like you're starting to eat into like Michael Grafton might not know about the Murktide, but then like you're forcing him to eat the bin. So
but there's also the fact that right here, for instance, Michael Grafton can just make a token in a turn.
Yeah.
Untap, and then attack, and then if Mike doesn't have an answer,
get the Euricos going.
Yeah, and then Eureka also draws cards and deals damage. So
yeah, drawing cards, dealing damage. Isn't that just Psychic Frog?
so Eureka's. Oh no. Okay. Well, in this case.
Oh, heads up! Look at that.
Okay.
I actually kind of like that because it's like what Mike Reed might be telegraphing is I have days, but like I want to make sure this push resolves.
Yeah, he doesn't. Well, yeah, he didn't have a way to turn on Revolt.
Mm-hmm.
So that might be correct, but the thing is that the Foundry you can just do that every turn.
Yeah. Oh yeah, like you don't want to like you don't want to push it and then like they activate the Foundry kind of thing.
And then just do it again next turn.
Yeah,
and, like,
that too.
So like now on your top, for instance, it's gonna be a 4/4, but he can also just like block.
Yeah.
And then turn into a 4/4. So here's a real decision for Michael Grafton because he can block and then make it into a 4/4, but he can't make another creature. But the thing is, if he makes a 4/4, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna return the 4/4 to your hands?
Yeah.
And then play the Eureka?
Yeah. That's hard. That's a tough decision.
Right.
Like it's just like.
Okay, so he's going to make a 4/4.
Yeah.
As soon as Mike discarded a card, that was gonna kill Ornithopter.
This is Tempo.
Is Mike gonna try to kill the other creature again? No, he's gonna brainstorm. I think he's probably gonna look for land number 2. That comes on. Okay, he looks like. Okay, so whatever Mike was looking for, he must have fun with the Ponder. He's just gonna say one land. Okay, so he discarded the Sewers to Frog, and he's happy with just one land. Notably, Ninjas normally does not play Wastelands, so you can kind of make that play. Like, they're not gonna Wasteland it, so it's fine.
The only like scary, I guess like the only like scary land destruction from them is typically Back to Basics.
Guess how I lost?
Back to Basics.
Yes, Mike Grafton like I said, Back to Basics.
Guy's Cradle's a lot worse when it's remaining tapped for the rest of the game.
Yeah, not very good. So Mike Grafton decided not to return the token to his hand and put a Eureka in play. He also didn't even want to put Eureka in play. He could have just cast it. I think Eureka costs 3 mana, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of awkward. Maybe he's like thinking like, oh yeah, I gotta like. Maybe he's just got other stuff to do. Maybe this is a Bowmasters kind of thing. Or like he just wants to make sure that the Eureka connects. Like maybe he's valuing the Eureka quite a bit and like don't want to risk like fetch, fatal push kind of deal. Something like they're putting it on the stack in the first place for Force of Will.
Right.
So maybe he's just saying like I value this Eureka a lot. Maybe this is my way of getting in here, or getting like remaining very good in this game. But like it's still kind of tense, right? Like we still have this 4/4 in play, versus like the Psychic Frog. But like the only thing I think that's really holding this game back is the Singleton land from Michael Reed here.
Okay, so Michael Grafton made a 1/1 servo, and so Mike's gonna make frog jump.
Yep.
Or leap.
You know, it's got wings now. It's got wings.
So it flies. Yeah. He is about to try to patty theft the frog. Mike is gonna daze. This is not a great exchange there for Michael Reed, but
yeah.
Michael Grafton does have a 4/4 in play. That's and what is that? Oh, okay. So
ouchie.
Okay, so he's gonna kill the 4/4.
Yeah. He wants. It looks like Michael Reed wants to get this game kind of done a little bit faster with the assertive discards here.
Right. So he discarded Barrowgoyf. What Daze allowed him to do here was beautiful, right? Because he was able to like replay a land this turn. So like, even though he's got only one underground sea, he played like what, two of them?
Yeah.
So he's got a Tamio to make company to the frog.
And like, if the game keeps progressing and like Michael starts hitting his land drops too, then you have like more ways to spend your mana on the clues and whatnot. Now you're drawing. It can get to slip away pretty quickly.
Oh, another petty theft on
Tamio.
On Tamio this time. So Mike's got a Brainstorm and a Force of Will. That's a real decision here. Okay, so he's gonna force pitching a Force of Will. I mean a Brainstorm.
I like it. This like Michael Grafton. You know, very much prizing this Yuriko. Like, really wants it to get going, wants a connection, and get the ball rolling somewhere here.
And I'm sure Mike is aware that Michael Grafton is trying to connect with a creature, right?
Yeah.
So,
yeah, bouncing a Tamio. You know, it's not. I feel like maybe with the Ingenious Ninja, like. I think you make that play less if you have Ingenious, but like more if you have the Yuriko.
So here's a very good play by Michael Reed. He's he was about to motion to attack with a Tamio, and I think he realized like, well, if I attack, then I'm gonna get smacked by a Yuriko on the way back.
Oh yeah, that's pretty heads up.
So he just made the frog leap again. I think Michael Grafton he should be able to make a flyer, I think. No, he didn't want to make a flyer.
Oh, Lava Spike, you draw a card. Every burn player's dream.
So so Mike must have drawn something he wants to cast here because he drew a land off the frog and he immediately fast.
Is this a Murktide region? 2 lands? Some quick shuffling here? We have a Murktide?
Oh no, it's another frog. Okay, so frog number 2.
Gotcha.
Not too shabby.
Yeah. I think it's a little less scary than the Murktide. I think if you put the like a 7/7 Murktide in play, it's like all right, let's get out of here.
But what Mike is allowed to do now is like Mike, like when he gets one tap, he has the option to either attack with Tamio, make a clue, or he can just attack with both frogs, I guess. Like and it's almost getting to the point that I think like even if Yuriko hits the board, like it's not.
It's kind of like because you already you're kind of behind on your mana quite a bit, so it's just like spending that 2 mana and then just like having to start playing into days kind of thing for like your removal spells on this stuff. But then you still have to hit like really good cards off this Yuriko.
Oh, Michael Grafton has a fan in the chat, Zach Custom. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, welcome.
So Michael Reed is deciding if he wants to attack with both frogs. And it's pretty tough here, right? Because like you're playing the top 8. This is probably one of those turns that can.
Like, this is kind of like it feels like this is if this turn goes right for you, like okay, like the game is like on the slippery, like it's on the slippery slope, right?
Right.
For like either player, and I feel like if one of these frogs connects. Or if both of them connect, kind of thing. That's a really big deal at this position. Like this is, as you said, like this is kind of like the point of like, all right, is this game over or not? Like it's already been feeling like sliding away, but now you're just pushing someone over the cliff.
Right, I agree. So it looks like Mike made a clue token.
Yeah, we got a clue, and I actually kind of like this because I think Yuriko has to deal damage, right? Wait, no, sorry, we already went over this.
Yuriko, no, for the trigger, yes, it does have to do damage.
I forgot, like, she won't see the Tamio trigger, so never mind.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, I think it does. No, for the for the ninjas to do the triggers, yes. Yeah. What you don't have to do damage is for you to put the ninjutsu in play.
Yeah, so like if you like right, so then it's only during basically attacks when that Tamio trigger will go on the stack.
Right.
Yeah. So that's what. Yeah, just mucking that one for a second. Anyways, so
it looks like Mike attacked with a team, and Michael Grafton used Foundry really well. He blocked and tapped and made another token. So
yeah, we got a flyer now.
And Michael Reed's gonna play. Oh, he's gonna draw a card so he can flip Tamio, I guess.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty solid. Like that's pretty fine here.
Yeah, because Tamio is in a way like another clock too, right?
Yeah, it's just another thing to add on to the heap of stuff that you have to answer or that you need to start racing, and like like this is. I think this is kind of like the pull ahead point of like now I have this planeswalker that makes combat like you attacking a lot harder. When I'm at like this like relatively safe life total, it's like even if you connect with this Tamio and dome me for like what 5 off of a Force of Will, right, and then plus the 1, I go to 7, untap, like just kill you kind of thing. You need the second Tamio in order to dodge that attack trigger from the Tamio plus.
Right. So Michael Grafton. Looks like he drew a Vista.
Not really what you're looking for in this position.
Yeah, yes and no, right? Because I think it does get to the point that the Foundry can, retrofitted Foundry can actually do things like when you.
I guess like you could go like if you have like a Thopter in play, then you can do like make a servo, untap, and then make a construct. So it enables that. 6, it's like that's what 5 mana enables.
Right.
And 6 lets you do lets you go from servo to Thopter pretty freely.
Yeah.
Yep.
And yeah, it looks like he's got 5 lands right now. So yeah, no draw. And okay, looks like Michael Grafton also has the Ingenious Infiltrator. I think that's the card that I saw.
Not really the one you want in this position, I don't think. I think you still really want that Yuriko to connect.
Okay, so. Alright, so this is the interaction that we saw. So, like, they are not going to do any damage.
Yeah.
But it's kind of relevant because I think Michael Grafton is just going to, like, put them in play.
Yeah. So we got the Ingenious Infiltrator, and then... this is also Yuriko time, isn't it?
They also stack.
Yep. Okay, so we're getting... Oh, no.
Oh, no, but he dealt damage to...
Hold on.
To Tamio?
I was expecting like putting Yuriko in and like going all face because then you draw 2 from Ingenious Infiltrator and then you'd also get the Yuriko flip.
I wonder if we missed something like because I could swear like when they drew their 7s.
You saw 2
Michael
Yurikos.
Michael Grafton had 2 Yurikos and one of them got pitched to Force like early in the game, but
yeah, I'm curious.
So now Michael again has to decide like, all right, well I can go on the offense, or yeah. I think Frog is just.
I think you just gotta do stuff. You gotta keep progressing the game.
Because if both of those connect, right, you draw 2 cards and.
Yeah, the only horror right now for Michael Reed would pretty much be Yuriko that flips a Force of Will kind of thing.
Right.
On the crackback, and that's pretty much it.
So Michael Grafton made a token. Mike has the option to discard some cards and make the frog fly, but
yeah,
it doesn't look like that's what he's going to do. Oh, he is going to do it.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's just putting counters on.
All right, so we got that's a 4/5 frog now. Is that what we got?
Yeah.
All right, so we're.
Wow. Oh, I'm sorry. No, 3. No, yeah, 4/5. Yeah, you're right.
All right, 4/5. Yeah, okay.
And that's frog number 3.
So we have 13-4 now for the life totals. They're deep in their match. We get that they don't have the bandwidth sometimes to check it.
Oh, you mean the life totals?
Yeah. Yeah, so 13-4
looks
just
like
to reiterate.
Mike remembered.
Oh, nice. Okay, so we got some updates here. Okay, so it's only 3 points of damage, so we're down to 5. I think like 4 is a really interesting breakpoint because then it's just like if one frog, like you just need one frog to go through as opposed to 2 of them.
Right. Correct. Yeah.
Yeah. So then you get to like have a block and then like a removal spell kind of thing. You just like buy another turn. I guess like. Yeah, like the whole game plan, I've kind of noticed this game is just like, how do I keep buying turns to keep acting Foundry and then finding like, like a Yuriko or something, and how do I keep like managing these frogs? It's kind of been like that whole sub-game the entire game.
Yeah, so it looks like Michael Grafton here is attacking with both his creatures.
Yeah.
Michael Reed No, he does have a frog that can block.
Which one do you want to block?
I think he blocked the ninja, right?
I think so
And
too.
he just discard one card. He's got 2 in hand.
Oh, is that?
Oh, so
we got
here's your Eureka.
I wonder.
Okay.
Maybe that was the one we saw earlier in the game.
Okay, so I understand what was the. Okay, I was trying to understand what was the reason not to put into play next turn, because I know the ingenious stacks, right?
Yeah.
So if ninjas deal damage, I'm pretty sure that's what it's.
Yeah, it's like whenever a ninja deals damage, you draw a card.
Correct.
So you can just you can draw 2 cards with the Yuriko and the Infiltrator.
Okay, now I got it.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
because we had the Tamio trigger last turn.
Yeah.
So Micrograph did not want to just put a creature in play.
No, because I think it's like kind of what we were mentioning earlier, how it's just like the Tamio trigger only looks at attackers during the attack step, basically. If you think about it like that, because the creature has to attack for the Tamio trigger to go off.
Right.
Yeah, and if we're in blocks, then that's when you can ninjutsu, and then you get to jump over that.
That doesn't sound very intuitive. So maybe he was not aware.
Oh yeah. Oh, very true.
No, so he was like, well, if I put it in, it's not gonna. If I put it into play, it's not gonna do anything.
There's a lot of text on Tamio, dude.
Yes.
There is so much text on that card.
And ninjutsu is also one of those abilities that's kind of.
That one's weird. It's a funky one.
Kind of convoluted.
Yeah. So
Joe Dyer.
Yo, Joe Dyer, how's it going? So yeah, I could see how maybe that one maybe it was missed or something like that, or again maybe we just didn't see we missed off.
That's a big one here.
What do we got here?
Baleful Strix.
Baleful, holy smokes,
and it's
brother.
an ornithopter.
Finally showing up as the clock strikes midnight.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, now that's how you get back in this game as a Baleful Strix, honestly.
Well, Micrograph still only has two creatures.
That's only an untapped island, right?
Yeah, and he's only got 2 creatures.
Yeah. Michael Grafton has been hanging onto this game for so long.
And the thing is that Mike Reed only has 1 card in hand, so he doesn't have enough to kill.
That's tough. And Grafton, this is the game where he boarded, we saw him board out the Murderous Cut, and maybe 1 or 2 other pieces of removal.
Yep.
Yeah. Wow.
And Mike is also at 8 life, so.
Yeah.
This is what can happen here. Michael Grafton can block with Ornithopter, Baleful Strix, then turn the Ornithopter into a 4/4.
Oh no!
Now you're looking at Ornithopter. I mean, not Ornithopter. You're looking at a 4/4 construct and Eureka swing for 5 plus whatever he's gonna flip off of a.
That's Michael Reed was on the offensive all game, and now it's just this just sudden this Baleful Strix is just actually just stonewalling this so hard and making this decision process incredibly difficult.
Oh,
and he passes his turn.
All right, well, Michael Grafton played this game.
Oh my!
Extremely well.
Oh my goodness! This guy, no wonder why he's in top 8. Holy smokes!
So it looks like he's got what's in the card? I keep forgetting the name of the card. Changeling Outcasting Hand. I think that's what he just drew. And he's got another one, Ingenious Infiltrator.
That's so tough too. The having the Outcast, honestly, that's just for Michael Reed, it's just not being able to block this thing. At least if he attacks with the bird kind of thing, you can block it, and you're pretty upset about it. But the Changeling Outcast is just there's no option here,
Right. And I think I'm gonna see. So Mike's not gonna block the Baleful Strix, right?
The danger scenario there is they pick it up off the ninjutsu and then they replay it.
Yes.
That's just the disaster scenario for this.
So what I think Mike should probably do here. Okay, so he's thinking what he block. Everything flies, so he's gonna jump one of the frogs, and it looks like he's gonna put that in front of Baleful Strix. So after all said and done, he's gonna have 2 frogs left in play.
And not enough cards in the bin to jump the other one. No, dude.
So it looks like he's gonna. Alright, so Michael Grafton puts Ingenious Infiltrator.
Yeah, we're gonna draw a card here.
Dies, and Ingenious.
We still have 2. Okay, we've got 2 frogs though, and Michael Grafton is sitting on 4 mana, I think. And we were kind of talking about that breakpoint for making the Thopter from scratch.
Yeah.
Is 6. But he already put the Ornithopter back in his hand. So we'll get a blocked sacrifice kind of scenario.
Oh, okay. So Eureka's a trigger also triggered off of Ingenious.
Oh no, dude.
So Michael Grafton drew 2 cards, and one of them dealt damage to Mike.
That's tough. Tough for Michael Reed.
Okay, so let's see. we might be going to game 3 here.
Wow, Michael Grafton just pulling it out and just incredible. Just being able to stabilize after your opponent has drawn like 3 or 4 cards off this frog kind of thing. That is incredible.
Very well played by Michael Grafton in this game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
Oh go my goodness, dude.
Very, very tight game.
Very well played by Michael Grafton. Wow, okay, so now, all right, the Ninjas player, they kind of got to see a little bit more of the deck. We got the Frog from Doomsday coming out. We didn't really see like a Dark Ritual or anything. I don't think, did we really see Doomsday that much? Maybe Michael Reed discarded one when we weren't paying attention to that. But like,
it's possible. Like maybe it's possible that Mike's plan is just not to have Doomsday in the deck.
Yeah. So we saw the Barrowglyphs, so it's just like I have a feeling it's safe to assume we've got like maybe the 3 Barrowglyphs and the 4 Murktides in.
We definitely saw 2 Barrowglyphs. I think he discarded 2 of them.
Yeah. Yeah, just because he got stuck on land so early on.
So just doing a quick math here, because I think he kept the Lotus Petal, right? We saw Lotus Petal.
Yeah, we saw a Lotus Petal there.
So Doomsday, Edge of Autumns, and Street Wraith. That's 8 cards.
Yeah.
And then you have 4 Dark Rituals. I think he did say that he likes Dark Ritual for Barrowglyphs. So that's I guess I'm not gonna count this one. And then there's 2 Thassa's Oracle, right? So that's 10 cards.
Yeah.
So 3 Barrowglyphs and 4 Murktides is 7 cards.
And like maybe he brought in like the 2 Fatal Pushes as well.
Yeah, just cut 1 Dark Ritual maybe, and then you have 10 cards coming out, 10 cards coming in, and you turn into this blue-black.
Kind of like blue-black, like the mid-range version of the blue-black tempo deck in a way.
Yeah.
But like you're playing Dark Ritual, so you can just like cheat out the Barrowglyph and just start going to town pretty early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so players are drawing their cards. They're deciding their mulligans.
Yeah, let's see. I think we got some sideboarding here from Michael Grafton.
Okay.
Probably deciding to board back in the Murderous Cut here. Let's see what we can get on his other sideboard card options here. So probably like the Murderous Cut gets back in there. I really don't like Disruptor Flute from him. That looks pretty poor. Maybe he's like cut the Force of Negations. Maybe he brought them in. He's just like, never mind, I don't need those kind of thing. Maybe even you bring in 2 Thoughtseizes. Just like give it a little check, but like on the draw, maybe a little bit sketchier.
Right.
Yeah.
I think Thoughtseize is reasonable.
Yeah.
The back to basics, I don't.
Oh, we got a mulligan from Michael Grafton here. I think we're on 6, and I believe Michael Reed kept 7.
Kept 7. Okay.
Yep.
So we see a Pond, a Brainstorm, Underground Sea, 2 Underground Seas.
All right. Okay, good start. Better than the first game or second game there. 2 lands. Good.
So hopefully Mike Grafton can keep this one. Players are chatting. Looks like they're having a good time. We're all having a good time here.
Yeah, dude, it's been a great weekend here at Buffalo Chicken Dip Legacy. I have really enjoyed my time. I got to play the Open yesterday. I mean, we both saw each other yesterday.
Yeah.
And then playing the just the Legacy 16 event today. It was an excellent weekend. The Buffalo Chicken Dip, or the Chicken Dip, was incredible. The lunchtime was super appreciated.
Pizza was good.
Yeah, pizza was pretty dang good yesterday. It was just a phenomenal weekend here.
I agree.
So we got a turn 1 Thoughtseize is what it looks like here. So we have a Ponder, we got a Force of Will, we got a little bit of Glare on some cards, but we got Baleful Strix. That's a problem card. I'm like given how Michael Reed boarded, I'm kind of interested in this Baleful Strix already. And then you find a way to strong arm them into Force of Willing something.
Right. Yeah. So looks like Mike just.
Yeah, that card is so problematic, especially if you don't have Orcish Bowmasters in your deck.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or no, like looks like Michael Grafton has Playing Engineers in the sideboard, but yeah, if you don't have an answer like that, it's
yeah. You really need something that's just like I come down, I deal with the thing. You're not just spending cardboard on a Baleful Strix. The old 2-for-1.
Is Baleful Strix a card that people should be playing now?
I think so. I think there's like this brief period right now before the Grief ban where Baleful Strix is actually very fine because like people are starting to play more Barrowglyphs. You get to play against the Netherglyph. It's very good at blocking Frog. And so, like, I think that Bowmasters is kind of low at the moment, especially as these blue-black decks are able to get under control decks, which is another great reason to play Orcish Bowmasters. And so, when control decks are kind of low because the blue-black decks are getting under the control decks really well, and then, you know, like you have, you just have Psychic Frog that kind of gets to replace Orcish Bowmasters. You know, it can be kind of tough, but like it can be kind of tough to like want to register the Bowmasters. So then if they're gone, that was like the whole reason why Strix left. So
right. So it looks like Michael Grafton has Casa Ponder. He's looking at Eureka Ponder and another mystery card there.
Yeah, we're keeping some Ponder here.
Cantrips and looks like a Force of Will. Mike is about to brainstorm.
I'm into it.
Beautiful foil brainstorm.
Yeah, so this kind of slower start here. I don't think Michael Reed, like this would be the turn that you'd be want to like search for a dark ritual like Barrowgoyf kind of thing. I'd be kind of into that. But otherwise, I think this brainstorm, you know, I'd keep a Tameo here, drop the Tameo, start going to town, making clues and whatnot. But otherwise, if I don't explicitly have like a Barrowgoyf in my hand, I'd probably be putting back some fast mana. But this does kind of feel like the turn where you really, like as Michael Reed, you either want to get a Frog developed, so then, you know, that'd require a Lotus Petal, but like, or a Tameo.
Right. So Mike casts a Brainstorm and then immediately fetch and discussing a Ponder. Looks like he still has a Cavernous Souls in the deck, and we see a Tameo, Cavernous Souls, and another card that I can recognize. Oh, Matt's here too, saying Mike has nice proxies. Yes, he's got some real nice proxies.
Hey, Matt, how's it going?
Alright, so Thoughtseize by Michael Grafton.
Yeah.
So Mike's got a kind of a land heavy hand.
Yeah. So we have what? That's a Frog right there, and then is that
no, it's a Fatal Push.
Fatal Push, okay, and then Brainstorm.
Brainstorm, yeah, and then 3 lands.
Yeah. This Brainstorm will fix the hand, hopefully.
I think it's gonna get discarded.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
No, the thing is, I think Mike put a Tameo on top of his deck.
Oh, that's super smart.
So
okay.
Now I don't know if you just play Cavern Souls and name whatever creature type Tameo is.
Yeah, probably. She probably has to be a wizard or something.
Right. But I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess like what would you name? Is it?
She's a Merfolk wizard.
Moonfolk.
And the frog. Oh, Moonfolk. Moonfolk. Okay.
Yeah. So I think you're just naming Moonfolk here, and you're just like you just really want to get something going with this Tameo. Like if she gets one clue, you're like, I got my value out of it. It's kind of like a Baleful Strix, right?
But what? Because so Mike Grafton has a Force of Will in their hand, right?
Yeah. I don't think in this position you want to play into the Force of Will because you're not really strong arming them into anything. I think you kind of like you just want to get this Tameo resolved and you just want to get something going.
I've got Max Torsion here today. Hi Max. It's me and Parker.
How's it going, Max?
I don't know why I said that. Like it's in the freaking stream there.
Is it?
Yeah, it's right here.
Oh.
And if you didn't know, you just heard Parker's laugh.
The infamous laugh.
So, okay, so he's playing Barrowgoyf. Okay, so
we found some good action here. Awesome. You love to see the Barrowgoyf get going. A little tough to push if you don't immediately have the fetch, and then just getting some of that. Oh, there's the fetch. But like just digging for the next creature, especially as you like board up 7 creatures in these sideboard games. That's the Tempo Doomsday deck. Looks great.
Okay, so Michael Grafton.
Don't tell me it's a back to basics. Don't tell me.
I mean, it could be. We 3-drop maybe Eureka. Just guessing Eureka.
Okay.
All right. That's,
you just got to get something going.
Yeah. And Eureka does drop cards.
Yeah.
He knows about the Fatal Push, so my guess he's got a Force of Will to protect Eureka.
Yeah. And then, I mean, this is kind of the way that you're, like, strong-arming this Force of Will that you really want them to spend, the point of life against this, like, really massive Barrowgoyf, and then it's just, like, they're getting discarded.
Yeah. So there you go. So, like, Michael fetch and showed Michael Grafton the Fatal Push, and Michael Grafton responded with a Force of Will.
Yeah. Is that an Ingenious Infiltrator that he pitched?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I believe Michael Grafton only has 1 card left in hand.
Yeah.
I can't really tell what it is,
this Barrowgoyf's got to hit something good here. How big is it? It's probably like a 5/6 at this point.
Let's see. So there's an instant sorcery creature.
Any artifacts?
No.
No artifacts.
Oh, and lands.
Land. So we got a 4/5. I mean, digging for 4 on with
Okay.
this one.
Oh, some good hits here. So, oof, there's too many hits actually.
Oh no.
So there's a. Oh, he's gonna get Murktized.
Ouch, dude.
Oh,
Oh,
and it's gonna be a big one.
disaster for Michael Grafton here. The Barrel Glyph just showing the strength of this card, just cantripping for that creature, and then basically just building the Murktide. Yeah.
Michael is playing like a good number of petty thefts. So
That's true.
So he does have a way to deal with the.
Yeah, we've got Petty Theft in the deck. I think there's one of them. Then we have a Murderous Cut as well. Kind of as our outs here. Yeah. So we have
he's
two
gonna
Murderous Cuts.
start the turn with a Ponder.
Yeah. Digging for this Petty Theft. We have two Petty Thefts, two Murderous Cut.
Vipester, it's the Yuriko, the Tiger's Shadow. It's a creature with ninjutsu. I believe it was originally printed in Commander.
Yeah, it's a Commander card because it has Commander Ninjutsu.
If I ever become like a sports commentator, I'm gonna say some of the dumbest things.
Oh, that's funny.
So it looks like Michael Grafton cast a Brainstorm, resolved it. He's gonna make Mike's. Is that a Bowman? No, it's a Shieldred's Edict, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so Mike's gonna keep the
easy Barrow Glyph out of here. Just clock him.
Okay, so Michael Grafton did put a man. How annoying is it, Ornithopter?
These Ornithopters have just been like so frustrating for Michael Reed to deal with, like all match long. Just fighting over it in game 1, and then it just kind of blanking the Frogs last game. What do we got here?
So there's a Tamio student, inquisitive student.
All right, good.
And from Michael Grafton's side, I think he was hellbent.
Yeah.
But he sequenced the way. I mean, I think that's the correct way, right? Like, no, he played in a way that forced Mike Reed to attack. He blocks it with Thopter.
Yep.
If Mike doesn't have another creature, he swing back with.
Yeah, it's giving him the best chances for success here.
Yeah, so he's gonna swing with a Yuriko. I'm assuming Mike's just gonna block. Oh, he did block. Okay, just a check. Like, hey, attack. Do you block?
Yeah,
no?
yeah. I mean, sometimes, give them the 2%er to say no. So sometimes you hit the 2%er.
True. Okay, so it looks like Mike gets a Brainstorm here. Found a Force of Will. Force of Will blue card probably.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much at this point, tempo gameplay. We've got a big threat in play. You protect the threat and you kill them. If it interacts with the threat in any way, force it. If it doesn't matter.
Right. And Mike also played the Lotus Battle. I think that's just.
Okay, that's a mandatory flip as a heads up.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, he cast a Brainstorm. He went to combat, but.
Yep, not optional to flip the Tamio here.
Right. So I think Mike maybe he's holding the Force of Will in hand. So he's got enough mana to pay for it to cast.
Yeah.
I think Mike Grafton knows at top of his deck. Yeah, so he's gonna fetch because.
Yeah, get it out of here. Whatever it is, don't need it.
You need something to kill the creatures, or.
Yep.
Or you know what? The Retrofitted Foundry right now.
Yeah, that could be okay.
It would make things a little more interesting.
Notably, this Tamio Plus just blanks the Yuriko here.
Right.
Yeah, we're fine. Finally, the thing that we said earlier.
The scenario that.
Yeah, it's just like it's finally happening. Where it's just like this Tamio is actually just awful for this Yuriko because it just completely shuts her off in this board state.
Oh, I called it.
Oh my god. Bro,
Retrofitted Foundry.
I've never commented on any of my matches.
But it looks like Michael Grafton's.
We got the Force of Will here.
Okay.
Yep, makes sense. Wow, what well played match by both players here. Game 1, kind of went the way of Doomsday with the Tamio. Game 2, Michael Grafton just clawing back from the depths of hell. Honestly, just in game, taking out removal and then having to deal with this sideboard pivot.
Yep.
Insane. And then he did it. Game 3 here, a little tough though, especially when you're on a mold to 6 against a Thoughtseize Frog deck.